Todd Barclay.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. It's a privilege to be able to speak in support of the Education Amendment Bill, which is currently before its first reading. I think this is a real opportunity for us to future-proof the education system going forward for the next 30 years. The Minister's already remarked that the last 30 years we've seen a number of amendments of the Education Amendment of the Education Act 1989, which has been a solid piece of governing guidelines and regulations and laws guiding the system for the administration and the learnings of our 2,500 schools, our 64,000 teachers and our over 40,000 support staff across the education sector. But we need to be looking forward into the future now, Mr Speaker. And what this legislation does is provides us the next step in the next transition of education. And if I want to positively remark on the contribution that the Honourable Hekia Parad has made to education over the last 6 years, and I've had the privilege of working for her for a couple of those years, and I think that the sector has played a huge role in education transformation over the last 6 years. If you look at the Education Council transformation, if you look at the Canterbury Earthquake Schools, the reformation there, Mr Speaker, if you look at the performance mechanisms across all aspects of the education sector, and the amount of contribution that the sector's had on that through the Ministerial Cross-Sector Forum has really demonstrated a new way of developing education policy in this country. This funding, the Education Act and the funding review, which is also going on, is the next step in that, and it has really been sector-led and sector-driven, and I think it's a credit to what this government has done in terms of education. We've got a new way of looking at education going forward. This Act will be good for our sector, it'll be good for future learners of the education in New Zealand, and I really look forward to seeing it progress through the House. Thank you.
Members, the question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
32 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
12 votes opposed.
Māori Party.
2 votes in favour.
ACT New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Members, the ayes are 63 and the noes are 58. The motion is carried.
Education Update Amendment Bill, first reading.
Members, the question is that the Education Update Amendment Bill be considered by the Education and Science Select Committee. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. I call on Government Order of the Day number 3.
Interrupted debate on the second reading of the Māori Purposes Bill.